All right, guys, we got Joe the real deal. Nerd alert. Nurre. Anyway,
And Bernie went. We've got Bogles versus Affinity.
in
One of the
case
most classic matchups.
in case anybody hasn't noticed, after that first one, we picked fast ones after that.
Yeah, it goes to time. I wanted to get dinner. Didn't happen after round 1. We made sure it happened after round 2. Had some delicious Sammys. I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity to hit up Sammy's yet, but it's definitely where you want to be. Bernie went crushing dreams out here.
Bernie went telling kids what it's like in the real world. He knows, man. This guy's been in the real world. He's had the ups and downs. He's had the lumps.
He
And
has
the-
been in the
and
real
the
world. He
victories?
has not been on the real world.
No, oh my god.
That would be hilarious.
Bernie win on the real world would be so nice.
Right. Like episode 3, he'll just like disappear and then come back in like episode 6. It's like, yeah, I made like 10 grand gambling. That's where I've been the past 3 weeks.
So Bernie, making sure that Jake knows the mat isn't square to the table, and Jake only cares that it's square to the camera. He cares about you, the viewer. Dude, he needs to calm down. All right. So in your openers here for these, you want minimal numbers of land.
Oh, yeah.
These are situations where I would keep one landers. What is it? So Joe, 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 Joe draws his hand, realizes he has sideboard cards in it, and goes, "That's okay
Announces
though."
it and then says, that's okay.
though. Just casually being a cheat.
It's not
Because
shuffled,
Jake
it's just on the bottom.
Jake told him to, though. Good word. Bernie claims to not have been paying attention, but if I know Bernie, he's paying attention to everything at
Yeah,
all
he's
times.
paying attention to literally everything.
He's a very observant man. Very observant. Anyway, guys, just remember, slow down, take your time. I always do a face-up visual of my sideboard before a match. Not with my opponent, like I'll just flip through it for myself.
This is what you could be facing, opponent. Prepare yourself.
Right. Well, I mean, what happens is when you look at your sideboard, you can tell if you've left any main deck cards in there, which usually means that you've got sideboard cards in the deck.
Yeah.
That face Bernie makes is the best.
Yeah. See, Bernie knows what's up.
Order it like 10 minutes in.
Bernie's.
Fire fries or garlic fries.
So they just opened this new burger place across the street, and Bernie knows what is up with it. He just snapped off an order. They had another location in Blue Ash.
Sure. Yeah, because nobody cares about you, Jake. Let's get this match underway.
Yeah, Bernie doesn't care. Everybody's on their cell phone.
When you want something, Jake, just text Nelson.
He can't text Nelson because Nelson's phone is running the stream.
Just a little bit. So I'm going 6. Yeah. Then you get a scry.
All right, can we get an overhead so we can see some hands? Come on, Jake. Is this amateur hour?
All right, here we go. We got hands and crotches.
Scry.
It's trying to land at the bottom, and Bernie's off to the races. That's what I like to see. There we go. There we go. Very exciting. All right. So there's no there's no big turn 1 plays on Bogles. It's like turn 2 where it's like rank or ethereal armor, and that's when you're like, yeah, it sucks. Sucks to be me. Well, he's about to get an education here. So Bernie is an etched champion here, which is an awesome card in this matchup. It can't be pathed, and it can block. It's just gonna soak up 2 damage if it has a ranker, but if he gets just like the big first striker,
Yeah.
it just keeps all the damage off of him. This will probably result in the real deal keeping this guy back for a blocking situation.
I would think so. I think the play here is going to be Ethereal Armor Griff Spoon.
Oh, I forgot this deck got Griff Spoon. That's a big one.
So if he really wanted to get in there, he could.
The Ethereal Armor represents more damage. But I guess we don't care.
No, he's worried about... I don't know.
Right.
I don't even know.
Couldn't tell you.
Galvanic Blast, I guess. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, it has hexproof.
Yeah, so not
The
Galvanic Blast.
creature has hexproof.
Whip Flare. In the main.
So Bernie de-sideboards his deck typically.
Oh, that's a strong strategy.
Yeah, it's one Joe I think is going to adopt from this match. He's going to learn that. Like I said, always learning in the modern metagame.
Really needs a Daybreak Cornet here. Those auras are no longer on anything. Ranker's pretty good. I don't think it's going to kill him this turn, and he definitely needs to kill him here. Oh, maybe not.
So Bernie has it both ways.
What do you mean both ways?
He can kill him via poison or damage, his choice.
Really?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Don't do this. Alright. I thought he was going to split him up. And that's game.
And that's the whole ball game, boys.
It pretty wants to be.
I mean, I've never watched anybody play this deck more conservatively than Bernie. Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
That one doesn't have flying, right? It has protection. All colors? Yes. Oh, rip. So, is that, so 2, 4, 6. Oh, yeah. I can't block, so I guess count up there. Oh, yeah, no, that's it.
Sir.
Cover scout. Yep. And that's about it. Alright, sack. Yep, sack. Sack. Sack.
There's so many cards in hand.
And 7. That's it. No, yeah, you take 4. Take 11. Yeah.
Just to clarify that it is far more overkill than you previously thought.
Rough first round. Affinity is up for that. Won game 1.
All right, now we can sideboard. Can't imagine Whip Flare is particularly good here.
No, Whip Flare's not very good.
Europe or Aether Grid also not very good.
Right, all the guys have hexproof. You just want, like, I would almost take out Etch Champions and just see how fast can I get the deck to go.
Okay.
That's my goal here.
I don't know if he's got anything in the deck that's going to speed it up more than Edge Champion.
Sometimes these Affinity sideboards play Wear Tear, which can be a solid card.
Okay, yeah. Like hitting an ethereal armor is pretty good.
That's good. Also, like, hitting the other enchantment, if it's just, like, Daybreak Coronet plus another enchantment,
Sure.
you get, like, 2 for 1, and then you can, like, block. Just carefully playing that card gives you a lot of options.
Definitely.
The Bogles player, he's on green-white, so Stony Silence is a possibility.
Yeah.
Fracturing Gust is a possibility.
Well, Fracturing Gust is all artifacts and enchantments, right?
I would assume so. I don't know if you can fracture an enchantment, but whatever.
Semantics. Let's bring it up, Jake. Come on, you were so good at this earlier. And now you screwed the pooch.
So,
you could play Creeping Corrosion if you really wanted to blow up all the artifacts.
Sure, that costs 1 less than Fracturing Gust.
There we go.
And enchantments. You gain 2 life for each permanent.
Yeah,
destroyed this
fracture
way.
them.
But it's like Wrath of God that way. Like, Wrath of God's going to destroy your creatures too.
Yeah, but
so, like, you play carefully into it.
I don't think there's any playing carefully with Bogles, though. Like, I think you need to play a creature on 1, and you need to double suit it up on 2. And if you don't do that, your opponent's like, oh, well.
I'm way ahead here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but White has just a wealth of options.
Absolutely.
As far as, I think Stony Silence is a fine choice. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where Bernie's at, but it shuts down the 2 biggest threats, which are Ravager and Cranial Plating.
Definitely.
I know we saw earlier Bernie had Master of Ethereum in his deck, so that's a big card that doesn't get shut down by Stony Silence.
Yeah, I can't imagine the Bogles deck wanting to play like a 4 or 5 casting cost spell either.
Yeah, you never know. This guy is... Gosh, look at how tight the grip on his deck is.
Yeah, he's not letting go.
Loosen up your hands, and you won't wear your sleeves as much when you're shuffling. Hopefully, we get the overhead here.
Yeah, eventually.
This guy,
Look, Jake's a real amateur at this. At least he's acting like it.
See, look at how soft Bernie's hands are when he shuffles. That's where you want to be. See how the cards fall into place? They're not forced into place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how you want to shuffle a sleeve deck of cards.
I don't have a
Alright.
problem with wear on my sleeves, but I definitely have a problem with wear on my hands at like the end of a long Magic tournament.
Oh, really?
My hands are just like, oh god, what are we doing?
I mean, I'm a hairdresser, so I work with my hands all the time. I don't have that tiredness. All
Alright.
right. Looks like Bernie's got a keepable, It's
Real
a-
Deal's got a 1-lander,
but we
but
said I think that's okay.
entirely reasonable.
I think one land.
I see double Daybreak Cornet, and that card can single-handedly break this matchup wide open.
Concur.
Yeah, you keep this. All day.
All right. Here's the real deal. Going to 17.
Bernie looks like he's going to have a pretty fast one.
With any luck, I think that's your sideboarding plan here when you play against a hard to interact with deck like Bogles.
Absolutely.
And it's hard the whole way. You can't block it. You can't destroy the guys. There's just nothing. You really need to really need to open the floodgates and just let it go. Here we
Certainly. Springleaf Trump pass.
go. All right.
Land.
Oh man.
Can't draw it up any better.
Yeah, there's probably only 18, 19 lands in that deck too.
If that. Like, I've seen builds with 16.
Man, shoot me those lists when you come across them. See, he's goofed here because I think he had a Rancor in hand.
No, I don't see a Rancor.
Please don't. God, he has the ethereal armor in his hand, and he's just decided to leave a damage in his hand two times in a row here.
It's going to be multiple damage because he's going to want a Daybreak Coronet next turn.
Like I hope Joe is taking like an algebra class so I can explain it to him without my head exploding. That you just it's literally an addition problem. It's not. There's no big mystery to which enchantment to play. The one that deals the most damage. All right, so Bernie has an interesting decision here. It's Vault Scourge versus Signal Pest.
Signal Pest all day.
Now, what the question is what route to victory do you want to take? If he's planning on taking this poison route, Signal Pest is the correct choice. But if you want to, try and race the real deal here, the Vault Scourge is where you want to be. He's chosen the Signal Pest.
I think you just want to chump because he's going to play this Daybreak Coronet.
Yeah, but Bernie didn't know that.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, so we left the damage on the table last turn, and it could be 3 damage this turn.
Yeah.
Joe's going to go to 23. He's requested that the boys get rowdy.
I don't think anybody's getting rowdy right now.
Concur. I think this Griffspoon's being a pretty big pain in the tuchus.
No question about that. So you've got to do the math. Are you dead next turn? I think you are. If you don't have any interaction. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now he can chump
In the air.
sack so he doesn't gain any life.
So yeah, Bernie's done some interesting work here. What's going to happen is he's going to try and chump sack as many times as possible to build up this Ravager,
Mm-hmm.
and then get through with one of these Ink Moth Nexuses. So Joe has chosen to not attack for lethal. He's decided to play Core Spirit Dancer instead. How do you feel about that play?
Don't like it. I'm a big fan of trying to kill my opponent.
Yeah, attack. Yeah, attacking for lethal when you can. Pretty nice. It's a nice one. All right.
Master of Ethereum is the draw. So we're going to need to get this Master of Ethereum online and still have this Blink Moth Nexus
Mhm.
to block.
So what's going to happen here? He's got Glimmer Void loaded up. Master of Ethereum in play, act, and then he'll be able to tap the
Yeah, definitely like tapping the Signal Pest here because you're not going to block with it.
I was hoping to attack with it to get 4 damage with my Etch Champion.
Well, the Edge Champion is just a free blocker on this Spirit Dancer, though.
Okay. Yeah, and I suppose this Signal Pest is it's important to
representing-
keep that around.
Yeah, it's representing 2 poison.
And he's not found a Rancor here. That would be the game.
Yep. So right now he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 poison.
Okay, so these...
By my count, and my count isn't entirely accurate here,
3,
I think he has
4, 5,
9,
6,
unless he just drew an opal.
7, 8, 9. So each of them are going to be attacking for 3. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
he did
I think
it.
he needed the opal.
Yep. Each of them will be attacking for 3 with the Signal Pest and the
Right.
Master of Ethereum, or the Etch Master of Ethereum. So it's got the 3 on there, makes 6. The 1 that gets blocked makes 7.
Right.
And the Signal Pest and the Etch Champion
Or
make 8 and 9.
And then the
Springleaf Drum makes 10.
Okay.
So he didn't even need the opal.
Okay.
You want... Yeah. the game, boys. So Bernie did that perfect. What he did was he orchestrated a situation where the life total didn't matter,
Right.
and he was able to get the counters on the Ravager.
Exactly.
And it's just a great conservative way to play Affinity. It's a great line. Well played on Bernie Wynn's part.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks for coming to visit us this Tuesday night.
This is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Thanks
No.
for watching.
I feel like they're visiting with us.
I don't feel like they're visiting Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood at all. Mr. Taylor's neighborhood.
Come sit on my lap, little boy.
Don't sit anywhere near Taylor's lap. Don't do it.
John Douglas is going to be back with you next week, protecting you from me.
I will do that.
And I'll be here, hopefully calling some more great matches.
Yep.